Hello, look 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to make a fishing game? Sounds interesting. In 2D or 3D? Because right now, in Godot, I've only made 2D projects, and I'm only good at the 2D stuff. Dreaming Void, welcome to the stream. You want to make a 3D exploration game? Well, what I think about 3D exploration games is, okay, most of these games, what really catches people's eyes is the art. Because if the art is bad, then the player won't be really that immersed into the game. But there's some exceptions like Undertale, whereby I wouldn't say it has the best art, but it still keeps you immersed in the game as you play it. So if you want to make a game, make sure the art looks really good to keep the player immersed into it. Oh, you're welcome. But I'm not pro into the I haven't yet released like a full-scale game published on Steam, but that's what I plan on doing in the next few years. You're welcome again for the tip. So right now what I'm doing is I'm making some animations for the parkour in the game. Well, yeah, I will need the luck because it starts getting really tiring and progress seems to be slow. Oh, let me try showing you some gameplay. Oh, okay, this is just a prototype. I've just been working on it for about a week. So let me try show you what it looks like. I don't know if the stream is showing it. It looks like it's a different window. So what I think with the animation tree is, at first when using it, it looks really hard to do, but you just need to watch a few tutorials. Okay, not really a few, a lot of tutorials, because people say different stuff all the time, and it can get a bit annoying when they say different things and it all doesn't add up. But I might make a tutorial for it to simplify things further for people, because it's different for depending on what game you're making. You don't see any of the gameplay. Oof, this streaming thing. Actually, it's my first time streaming, so I'm not really good with this stuff. Okay, right now I'm sharing my display. Can you see my display in OBS? Okay, let me try again. So in the game you can walk, you can jump, you can climb a ledge. You see here I added a ledge grab system. It was buggy at first, but I fixed all the bugs. Then so far the only flip you can do right now is a ledge backflip. I don't know, it's a bit exaggerated, but you know, I think it looks good. So I can play in this little level. Okay, it's not really a level, it's just prototyping and trying to see if I can get the mechanics to work. Today I'm planning on adding some front flips. Did you manage to see? Oh, you can see it now? I only have this one. Well, I'm streaming on my laptop, so I don't have like two displays to put chat on one screen and the game on another. So yeah, this is so today I want to add some front flips to the game. I can show you the front flip animations. Let me see. Front flip. So far I made this one. We just have to add it to the game. So it doesn't really look like he's moving up, since you have to do all that stuff in the code. If you make him move up in the animation, it's weird once you add some code to it making the player move up. Then I also made this one called a swanton flip. It's from WWE. Jeff Hardy used to do a swanton flip onto the people he fights. So yeah, I think it's a really cool addition to the game. You usually also only have one display. Yeah, it's tough. Let's see, maybe I can make something work. I don't know if this looks too weird or what. Anyway, I can read the chat and the chat can see what I'm doing. So let's go back into that animation tree. You know, at first I wanted to make the game using something called skeletal animations. That's why you add like a rig to 2D art and make them move. But the skeleton animations in Godot don't really work that well, and they're a bit hard to use, and I don't know if they make it better, but it's not a big part of the game engine, so I don't think they touch that part a lot. So this looks like a huge mess, but the thing is that it works, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Am I right? Get our walk to run. Idle, walk, run. Oh, we have 2 likes on the stream. That's cool. Didn't really expect any likes today, but I appreciate it a lot. So Dreaming Void, any ideas on what I can add to this game? You know, sometimes I get a bit stuck on new things to add. So do you have any ideas? Looks almost like a spider's web or spaghetti noodles. This stuff looks terrible. I'll take it as you're thinking of an idea. Let's see, maybe you could have like a cloud power up thingy. Like if you press a button, you spawn little clouds in front of you and you can use them to boost you forward. I don't know, something like that. Could be sort of like Spider-Man where he uses his webs except clouds. Except clouds. I think I'm going to write that. Cloud power up. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Hopefully I can do it. You know what? I know I can do it. Yeah. Now let's open the code. If you're experienced with coding, prepare your eyes for what you're going to see, because this does not look good at all. Let's see. We're going to be in, just close this down. I've never really made a parkour game before or played one, so my idea probably isn't that good. Well, I haven't. An idea is better than no idea, so I'll take what I'm getting. So the code here, to be able to do a front flip. Right now I have a PS4 controller connected, so that's really what the game's responding to. Let me try map another button. Might just call it front. I'll change the name later. We'll make this So the good thing about Godot is that adding controller support is really easy. You just have to connect a controller and press just one button, like here. It's listening for input. So if I press X, it will know that it's Sonic Cross here, that you want to use cross, or if it's an Xbox A, Nintendo B, and if it's on a joypad like those USB joypad controllers, it's 0. I gotta go, it's 2:30 am and I don't want to waste my sleep schedule. If you stream again, I'll try to join. Well, thank you for staying. Your presence was much appreciated. Dreaming Void, I'll see you later. It's 2:30 am. Wow, it's pretty late. You did not controller stuff was that easy. Yeah, I was also surprised that it was that easy. Good luck on your game. You got this. Thank you. See you later. Alright guys, that was Dreaming Void. Pretty nice viewer. Let's continue what we're doing. So the kind of logic I want to use here is, if you're running, that's the only way you can do a front flip. Or call this is front flipping. Front flipping. Is that a word? Let me just use one P. Front flipping. You call this one is swanton flip in. Okay, so we're going to check our jumping state, and I'm trying to add the front flip to the game. His action just released. Looking for his action pressed. Do we have to add a new state called flipping state? I mean, that would be cool. Or just put it in jumping state. Jump will be doing. Or maybe if we press a button, the kind of flip you'll be doing changes while the player is in the air. Yeah, I think I can try that. So if while in jumping state, okay, let's add it right under here. If input dot is action pressed, just pressed, front, animation tree. This is the animation we want to play. Animation tree is front flipping equals true. Then we have to set all these to false. But wait, if I do this, that means that I'll be able to turn in the air, and I do not want that. What can we do here? Oops, we're back to 0. Oh, no, I think somebody's watching. Nope, we're back to 0 viewers. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, to know what's going on, let's look at the animation tree. Oh, it's in remote mode. So we need to wait to exit front flipping, so let's copy this. Okay, so this won't work. We have to make a flipping state, because when you trigger the flipping animation, it also changes the state, which means that, wait, no, or maybe, let's go to our animation tree, go to front flip. Wow, the heck is happening? Another thing I forgot to change, front flip. Okay, looks like we're going to have to make another state. We're going to call it flipping state. So making a state. So I already got a state machine working from Lytix video. You can find him on YouTube. So this inherits, I don't really understand it that well, but inherits from a class. Can I say that? No, let me not even try to sound like I know what I'm doing. But we can add a new node called state, give it a name, flipping, then give it a script, flipping state. Inherits from state, yeah. And that's pretty much it. So now that we have it extending from state, we can just copy the normal state code, all this stuff here, paste. But here we have to change it to flipping state and remove this. Just like that, bada bing, bada boom, we've got a new state. Wow. Okay, let's continue. So I think we can only enter a state when we're jumping, because it won't really make sense if we enter it while we're falling. The animation won't look that good. Or maybe from the ground state. So when we just transition to flipping, yeah, that's better. Not when jumping. It's kind of weird. And only when sprinting. So now that we got that logic down, let's see what we can do. First remove all this mumbo rot. Gone. And hello. Yeah, I was still here. If anybody's there, hello to you. Whew. Let's see. Okay, let's continue. Is somebody there? I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. So we have a flipping state from ground state if I want to see why I transition to a jump state. Can you say and not input dot is action? Oof, but not pressed. Front. That looks kinda crazy. But yeah, that we can jump. Now we want if the player is sprinting. So if input is action pressed sprint, okay, just make another if input dot is action just is action pressed sprint, not in file path, sprint and is action but you need a jump also. Okay, now we'll add it into this one. Input is action just press jump and input dot is action pressed flip front, not flip. Then we want transitioned dot self dot emit self flipping. So once in a flipping state, I just want to check if we're actually flipping. So I'm gonna say print flipping. So it looks like we're not transitioning to the flipping state for some reason. If somebody's watching, if you want to check out some gameplay, you let me know. I'd be happy to show you. If somebody's watching, if you want to see some gameplay, let me know. Let me know in the chat. So right now what I'm doing, I'm making a 2D parkour game, but I'm trying to add front flipping, but the control scheme isn't working so well. Hello, anybody watching? So I think the logic we use here is, so if you don't know what a boolean is, it's something in code which allows you to see if something is true or false. It has two values, like in how the common binary is. It's ones and zeros for the computer to know if something's true or false, like 1 for true and 0 for false. So I'm going to say is running, no, is printing. We give it a type bool, and you set it to input dot is action pressed sprint. Make another one is jumping, bool, make it into input dot is action pressed jump, and one more for flipping is flipping. The type bool, set it to input dot is action pressed got it flip. Oh no, I called it front. Or should I say is fronting? I don't know, we'll change the naming convention later. So what I want is, if the player is pressing all three buttons, then the state will change to flipping. So here okay, copy this one. Delete that. Let's see if this works. Okay, let's get this guy's own line of code. Let's see if this works. Is anybody watching? Nope, we got 0 people watching. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't seem to get this to work. Hello, hello. Anybody watching? Okay, let me show you what I have so far. So, this is the game. So far you can walk, you can run, You can jump, you can ledge grab, and yeah, it's pretty fun to run around. And if you stayed for all that, you can also do a ledge backflip. It's kind of exaggerated, but you know, I think it looks cool. But to make this game, I think we're going to need some really cool level design. So if you think it's cool, tell me in the chat. I'm trying to work on making the player do like front flips now, since we can do back flips. Trying to implement them into the game. So hopefully today I can get that done, and tomorrow I can do something else. Yeah. We try to look at the chat. Oh, somebody just left. Looking at the code, what could be the problem? Do I even go into a flipping state anymore? Frostbite Digital. Hello. How you doing? What's going on? Right now we're trying to get some front flipping working in the parkour game. Let me know if you want to see it, like some gameplay or something. It'd be really cool to show you guys. I'm alright. I'm doing well. Wow, this stream is so unprofessional. Alright, so we got about 2 or 3 people watching. I don't know. Hello everybody. Does this code actually work? Okay, let me try testing it in the player's actual code. Okay, this code does not work. You're a little hard to hear. Can you turn your mic up? I already maxed out my headphones. Okay. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hopefully I'm audible enough. Yeah. If you want to see some gameplay, let me know. So I've turned up my mic's volume and raised my voice a little louder. Hopefully it's better than last time. Let's try writing if is action if input dot is action pressed. Can we pass down more than one? Let's see. Down. Oops. Does this work? As a bow means on text 1 is action pressed to jump and input Oh, it's better. Good to know. So Frostbite Digital, if you want me to show you some gameplay, let me know, because right now this isn't looking very interesting. I'm a bit stuck. Okay, I think we've got something going on here. Let's take this into our ground state and put it. Let's put that there. That's pretty long. Okay. So if this is pressed, I want to transition dot emit. This is our state machine. Self, comma, flip. Oops. There and flipping. Let's give it a bit of space so it looks like one line of code, like it's online. If you want to show off the gameplay, feel free, definitely curious, but don't want to derail you. Well, it's not really derailing, but I like to show off my work. So I'm now sharing my window. So here's a look. So right now I just play as this stick guy. He can run. Oops, that's a bug. He can run. I added ledge grabbing, which is pretty cool. So you can play this through this little level. Okay, let me not call it a level, this prototype stage. But right now the only flip you can do is this ledge backflip. I don't know if it looks like too much, but you know, it works. So tell me what you think. Right now I'm trying to add front flip into the game. You know, I have fun when making this project because it has to draw little sprites and make them flip. The hard part, or the really slow part, is actually the coding part. But trying to get like background art for this game is also a bit confusing and a bit hard, because I don't think I'm good at level design. I've only been doing game dev for about a year now. So yeah, it's a game. What are your thoughts? I'm mostly staring at my own work, my own code and co-working. Sitting in game dev streams keeps me focused. Well, yeah, it's good to know that. Yeah, focusing on your work. What are you working on? Do you have like those commercial jobs, or you're working on your own game? Pretty cool movement. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Okay, we've got the flipping state working. So now I can remove this and that. So what I want to do, once you're in the flipping state, you can do the front flip. So okay, right now when you enter, now in the player script, let's write something for the front flip. I think let's write a bool to know which direction you're facing. Or just make it where you can't change direction. Yeah, I think the sprite is already flipped. Okay, let's make something. Yeah. It definitely looks like parkour, which is pretty impressive for a little stick man. It's a little pixel man. Pixel stick man. Pix man. Let's set it as a bow on top. You know, sometimes I'll code something the day before, but when I try to do it again, it like leaves my head. So if can front flip, oops, can front flip. That's supposed to be front flip. Then add this rookie mistake. Set its velocity dot x to dot x. Want to give it a little push, so let's try the same 100 times the input axis. The input axis is literally just either -1 or 1 depending on what you're pressing. If you're pressing right now the controls are A and D, or left arrow and right arrow. If you're pressing the left arrow, to be -1, right arrow +1. So this is multiplied by either negative or +1 depending on which way you're going or which arrow you're pressing. So we also have to give it an argument here so that we can access it. Input axis. So you say I'm working on a game on my own, just a little arcade game for my website while you wait for stuff to happen on the server. Kind of my version of Dino Jump Chrome game. Oh, a new Dino Jump Chrome game. How do you make that? Like, put it onto the offline thing? Have you offed one yet? No, I haven't. There's no killing people in this game. They're just doing flips. Then why? To be a little smaller than the wall backflip. Dude, program some robot that walks and talk that walks, talks, does sleeps. That would be rad AF, and smokes cigs. Wow. Crazy plan. That sounds dope. But right now, making a stick game. Have you seen it? But I'll make sure some gameplay. You can cache a game or whatever you want in the browser so it works offline. But it's not really meant for offline, just something to do while you wait for the server to process your files. Oh, I get. I see. So that's how they work. Once you front flip, you will have to set it back to false so that you front flip continuously or forever. Player not declared. Oh, I forgot to put another important thing. Development on this game really slow, but we'll get there someday, sometime. So here I want to get access. Then we say animation tree, add the square brackets, and then we can put the animation we want to go to, which is front flipping. Where is that? Right here. Then we also go to a ground state, and when we transition to front flipping, we want to set the rest to false. So where is that? I think let's put little hashtags. We'll put one right there. Put one right there. So let's set the rest to false once you transition. So this only happens if you're sprinting or jumping. So let's set jumping and sprinting. Oops, we made one with two ends. We have to fix that before I forget. Wish I could find it just by clicking there. But well, godot does not give us that luxury. I found it. So now we can get back to what we're doing. So let's go back to what we're doing. So if the player is on floor, I want you to go back to the ground state. Then to also stop playing the animation. Keep up the good work. That's Ziu. I'm not sure I pronounce that, but thanks, man. If you want to see the good work, which I'm keeping up, let me know. I'd be happy to show you. Keep up the good work. That's Ziu. I'm not sure I pronounce that, but thanks, man. If you want to see the good work, which I'm keeping up, let me know. I'd be happy to show you. Keep up the good work. That's Ziu. I'm not sure I pronounce that, but thanks, man. If you want to see the good work, which I'm keeping up, keep up the good work. That's Ziu. I'm not sure I pronounce that, but thanks, man. If you want to see the good work, which I'm keeping. Keep up the good work. That's Ziu. I'm not sure I pronounce that, but thanks, man. If you want to see the good work, which I'm keeping. Wow, the stream is lagging so much. Oops. Keep up the good work. That's Ziu. I'm not sure I pronounce that, but thanks, man. If you want to see the good work, which I'm keeping. Wow, the stream is lagging so much. Oops. Keep up the good work. That's Ziu. I'm not sure I pronounce that, but thanks, man. If you want to see the good work, which I'm keeping. Okay, right now the stream is lagging so much. Having a problem with applying gravity. Oops. Keep up the good work. That's you. How much I pronounce that bad? Thanks, man. If you want to see the good work, which I'm keeping. Okay, right now the stream is lagging so much. Having a problem with applying gravity. Oops. Oops. Okay guys, looks like the stream is acting up. Oh, I think we're just going to end it here for today because yeah, I think the network's bad. So I'll see you later. Thanks everyone who came. See you tomorrow for the next one. Looks like the stream is acting up. Oh, I think we're just going to end it here for today because yeah, I think the network's bad. So I'll see you later. Thanks everyone who came. See you tomorrow for the next one. Looks like the stream is acting up. Oh, I think we're just going to end it here for today because yeah, I think the network's bad. So I'll see you later. Thanks everyone who came. See you tomorrow for the next one. Looks like the stream is acting up. Oh, I think we're just going to end it here.